All right, fine. I'll give in and say I love the Crimsons. Okay, there. Trying to be a contrarian and I can't even pull that off. I am Zeos Pantera. This is Inner Fetish, and we about to shill something that's $1,500. Or $1,700 if you want the 8-wire weave on the wire and not the 4-wire weave, which this person did want that. So these are technically $1,700 and not $1,500 because the wire's better. But they are 6 ohm, and I've plugged them into the Valencia because, honestly, there's a sound difference between just straight out of this $2,500 German DAC amp and out of that, which should be able to handle 6 ohm load. 8 ohm, 6 ohm. But, yeah. I am currently listening to the Witch from Mercury soundtrack, Aerial Rebuild. And now the fat... Alright, so it's the fat, flat, Crimson, Symphonium, Crimson, Singapore, Crimson drawer, and don't forget the card that says Crimson that's signed. I don't know if those are actually signatures, but you got this is number 109. So I'm trying to find reasons to dislike these because everyone sucks their D so hard, and I just I got to figure out and I can't. And the thing is, they're not even a design I like. Because I've been looking, I'm like, all right, how many dynamics? How many this? How many that? Apparently, Symphonium just like, we have balanced armatures. This has 4 in it. And we got a 4-way crossover for these 4 balanced armatures. And with this 8-wire Novaron, not even Novatron. They couldn't even get a T in there. Novaron cable, it's $1,699. And with the 4, it's back ordered on headphones.com to $1,500. But it should be the same. But, okay, so... fuck everything up in there. I hate, even when I make an IEM, I hate the written thing. It's like, we will redefine this, or you'll experience that, or, hold on, wait, yeah. This is the actual page. The next standard. It turns my stomach just thinking about having to write, exclusive. There was a whole bunch of shit. It's like, this is the greatest thing to sliced bread. No, yeah, you want to be. But just be an IM for now. But these are really fucking good. They're not boring. The bass response isn't, all there until you get to the sub bass, and it's, absolutely the most solid thing you've ever heard. I wouldn't even call these a bassy IM, either. Because when I first started listening, I was listening to, very basic 60s female, just Italian singers, and they were perfect for that. And I'm like, well, then they're just going to be flat because I'm not hearing any exorbitant amounts of low end coming up. And there's now Witch of Mercury is just screaming at me. Let me think. This has 7 watts output into 8 ohms, so this should probably be a little bit less. I probably have a capability of 6 watts into this, and we're running 32 dB down off the RME. So power. I'm getting chills. All right, it's all over my body. It's all over my goddamn body. And I would move it over to that, but since these are the Crimson, I'm on the red RME, on the black Valencia. We've got the Crimson Witches. We're good here. We're fucking set up. How are they doing that with only 4 BAs? The energy that's coming out of them. I am usually a dynamic slut. You give me a good dynamic, I'm happy. And you throw a bunch of other weird shit into something, it better all be coherent, but it's always missing something without a dynamic, and this doesn't feel like it is. So maybe that whole revolutionary bullshit is actually true. Because I looked to try to find no, this must be, obviously, they keep talking about the crossover. I want to know about what's in it. How many planars, how many electrostats, how many dynamics, how big are the dynamics, and it's just 4 BAs. And I'm listening to it right now. It's so loud, I should be arrested for how loud I'm playing it right now. But I can't stop. This is epic sounding. I mean... Fuck. They're good. They're real good. I don't care that the outside is compressed carbon fiber. I don't care about the red inlays of the metal. I do care that the wire still, why is every, I probably shouldn't have this out because it could ground and that's a power amp. But why is every one of these wires is a custom for this thing? It doesn't have the insertion depth. They always have this stupid fucking space. Either make it recess into the unit or make the fucking plug flush. What? Pick one. They're always a mismatch. Even the $6,000 set was a mismatch. Oh, by the way, I am running fucking render tips because don't you dare not. Don't you dare not run these. Because you want to just squeeze every bit of stupid out of the... It's not hard to squeeze all the stupid out. Shilling myself... If you want to skip the next 35 seconds, if you want to skip Zeos shilling his own collapse. Fucking render tips to seal that fucking juicy goodness in there. It's like if you were having a steak cooked for you, but instead of having someone else cook it, you had someone else cook it, but directly above you. So all the drippings made it into your eyes. That's what the render tips do. You lose nothing. Nothing falls into the grill that isn't on your face. And then Valencia doesn't necessarily need to be used, but a 6 ohm load, giggity, is kind of weird for most headphone equipment. 6 ohms is low. Speakers are 8. Sometimes they're averaging 6 to 8. So the fact that these are 6, and that weirds me out because it's if you're building a crossover for 4 BAs. I don't know what the impedance is on a balanced armature, but you should be able to control that and make it something reasonable. 15, 16, 20. I'll even take 11 because 6 is fucking low. 6 is going to make these sound weird on things. I didn't want to go to Valencia. I didn't want to. I didn't do that for the $6,000 ones were 5 ohms, and I'm they're borrowed. I'm going to blow them up. If I blow these up, at least headphones.com has them, but I had to know. Because the 5-star ratings that are just strewn about the internet on these, I had to know. And I don't know what they're playing it on, but holy fuck. There's a lot of fuck. There's a lot of fuck inside of these little bastards. What do they come with? Cardboard, plaque, and drawer. It sounds like one of those grinder things you get at a vape shop. It says Symphonium audio. I want to know if has anyone been in a terrible fucking car accident or plane crash or dramatic natural disaster and they've had their IEMs in their aluminum case and they're just fine? Or aluminum is a pretty low melting point, so, jet fuel will probably burn this. Just want to know because... I get it. The metal cases, it's the problem is it's like half a pound. So you're not going to travel with that. You're going to travel with this, but it's I have to pack my luggage. It's got to be under 50 pounds for my checked bag. So it's just less sometimes. 2 bags, please. Yeah, I fucking love these. They're more exciting than they should be. They hit harder than they should. The clarity and the detail and the where it's tearing. It doesn't feel like the music is just here, here. Here's two musics. It feels like it's when you ever see them shred pork on one of those diners, drive-ins, and dives where they take they got those weird claw things and just start spreading the meat across. That's what it feels like it's doing with the sound. It's just splayed out on this huge canvas in front of me with only 4 BAs. How you do that? How do you do that? I want to finish that song. All right, I very rarely get to sit down here at my desk and actually enjoy music. It's usually just listen to shit with the IEM and change the tip, change the amp, keep looking at my phone. I'm porn on my phone, Twitter on my phone, everything on my phone, Instagram on my phone. Ignore it. Okay, I've listened for an hour. Let's go about our business. But I want to listen to music in these. And that's sad panda. I would trade my Glaciers because they're still here from when I did the $6,000 on because these are $1,300, and I love my Dunu Glaciers, but I don't know how these do that. These are weird good, good to the point of I don't know how they did it. I do have to complain because it is my fucking job. What the fuck is this nozzle length Symphonium audio? There's two things that bother the shit out of me, and they're both fitment issues. So I like the cable. Want to upgrade? Fine. You can just go out, get a fucking any other cable. There's effect audio cables I have here. You get D hi-fi cables. My cable collab is no longer the one that I would use for a 6 ohm IEM is no longer made, but it's fine. The purple Asylum cable, whatever. This nozzle is incredibly short to the point where I'm having a hard time fitting. I'm literally having a hard time fitting that because there's not enough space there. It's just like, it needs like 4 more millimeters of length. That's what she said, to be satisfying. And then the wire, as much as I like the wire, it doesn't have any, like the built-in curve. Like you get a curve built into your wire. Here's a one. It's got the built-in curve and it's heat shrinked and it goes back to that. So this doesn't have that, which you would think would be a benefit because you could just do whatever you want with it. Unfortunately, whatever it wants to do is not be over my fucking ear. It wants to be out of my ear, over the ear. This one wants to twist. It wants to bend. It doesn't help. You would think that it would make it easier for a very short nozzle thing to sort of like perfectly sate, but it doesn't because this thing is coming so far out forward. Then you're resting on it and the cable's heavy. So it's just literally just starting to twist. It just starts twisting it up and like just falls out of your ears. I've had to like tilt my head a couple times to get it just like perfectly seal so that I can enjoy music. So now that's something you can probably fix with just some heat shrink on the wires or just don't spend the extra money on the 8 cable wire, get the 4 cable wire. I'm still waiting. And Symphonium, you could do this. I'm still waiting for someone to sell a fucking IEM with no wire. Because if you're charging me $200 extra for the 8 wire, that must mean the original 4 wire costs about $200. Make these $1,300 no wire, and let me put whatever fucking wire I want on it. Because I probably have wires. All right? Well, I'm waiting for an IEM to do that. I would do that with the Defiant, but I like my wire too much, and it's $100. Like, what are you going to save? Like $21? Like, this, I feel like you could save a few $100 by not having a wire, and you'd get one that actually could fit the fucking thing. Anyway, back to the listening sessions, because this is the dumb. This is Puddle's House of the Rising Sun. Puddle's pity party. See, I'm just pulling, tweaking, turning. This is a fucking all right, let me show you a trick. I'm showing you a trick. Put it on backwards. Try this. If you ever have a hard time, if you want to use the Duno SS is obviously going to make them fit because they're big tubes. But if you need the fat bit out front, try putting them on backwards. And then get them in your ears. Just got to get them in gentler because you'll peel it back. Oh, there it goes. Now it fits. Perfect. These are some of the best IEMs I've heard. I have been sold on all the Symphonium stuff. I'm sold on Crimson. There was a gambling man. Sorry that I'm singing. There's like an echo. Like I hear him sing and then the echo of his voice in the space he's recording is blatant. Ooh, lower that. We're getting a little hot. Is a suit. I could just listen. All right, I just put on the Memorial Day Parade marching band, which I can use because I recorded this out the window of my old apartment in this little town of Narberth, and they had the marching band go by, so I could play all the fuck I want of this. Who doesn't love bagpipes? And I had the microphones. I had my sound demo microphones, the $1,500 Neumanns, in 2 separate windows, like 12 feet apart. I don't remember if I went the windows right next to each other or I went all the way to the end and I had them like 20 feet apart. Just angled down, pointing at the street with the recorder in the middle. And I was like, shut up, quiet, Chewbacca. And recorded the fucking parade so you hear it moving around. That's such a good recording. I'll share that on my patronage chat. If you're a $10 patron or $15 patron, I'll literally upload this file to you. These are fucking good. Better than good. These are the best things Symphonium makes by far. And I was going to get on them for the price, but they're kind of worth it. They're basically worth it. Like, these are amassed, these over the fucking glaciers. I probably wouldn't take these for, like, full-time use over something a little bit soft, a little more natural, like the Soft Years Twilights. Like, if I was on a plane for 8 hours and I had the choice of these or the Twilights, I'm probably taking the Twilights. But if I'm watching a movie, if I have to put on the second season of Andor, which, by the way, you fucks, you better be watching Andor, the first and second season, because I am not a Star Wars fanboy, not since the prequels ruined it. Andor's the best TV show that's ever fucking... First of all, it's the best TV show that Disney Plus has ever made. Or, yeah, it would be Disney Plus. But it's one of the best, like, of the last decade. Like, it's way up there. Like, you're going to watch it and go, like, wait, this is Star Wars? I thought Star Wars sucked. Why is this so good? So, yeah, I got to go start the second season. If I had to watch them, I feel like these would do justice to, like, instead of a home theater, you just take your fucking Crimsons. Take your Crimsons out. They are literally, this makes so much fucking sense. So, yeah, links to these on headphones.com. Thank you to the guy who sent them. That piece of shit keeps giving me things that I can't sell in the... Actually, I wouldn't sell these in the yard sale anyway. I would sell something else to make up for the price of these. And I could technically sell, like, the glaciers in the yard sale, make $1,000 or something, lose some money. But then would I actually buy these? Or just wait for the next best thing? Because that's my life. Isn't that my life? That's my life. So, yeah, fuck, these are dumb. These are some of the most aggressively happy IEMs I've heard. And I thought they were going to be like the bass monsters, and they're not. They just happen to do the bass all the way down. And then the treble gets up there, and it's like exciting to listen to. They're great. They're great, all right? Patreon, subscribe, so support this greatness. If you want to see me not shill something, well, then let me pull something shitty out into the table. Which is not this. Except for the way the wire works and the shape of it, and the tip's got to be backwards. But I mean, other than that, it's fucking great. Fucking fantastic.